What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 55 of the Charge to the Top here with Hereford FC, and today I've got for you guys a live commentary here in the Sky Bet League 1. Today marks the end of Season 16, in terms of the regular season at least, and well, we'll either be ending this episode with the title, with a promotion, or with the playoffs. I believe we can still mathematically finish outside of the playoffs, although it would be like, I don't actually know if it is mathematically possible because of the teams who have to play each other. But either way, today we're going to be playing a few games, kind of, I guess, to see where our fate lies. There is a chance that we can win our first game and get promoted, though, which is, I guess, the ideal way that I'd like to do it today. I will encourage you now, of course, not to pay too much attention to the length of the video along the bottom, otherwise it may give away the fact that, you know, we got promoted after, say, our first or second game, for example. So just get comfortable, get some Kit Kats, get some popcorn, get some Coke, whatever it is you do whilst you watch my videos. Maybe let me know what you do down in the comments. Where do you watch my videos? When do you watch them? How do you watch them? I don't know. Where are we going with this? Let's get into today's game. Since the last episode, though, there were two games. They were three games. Two defeats, though. Two defeats, which I'm not very happy about, if I'm being honest. We did beat Oldham 2-0. Good result. Beat Pompey 2-0. Wasn't the most comfortable of results. We won 2-0 in the end, as you can see here. Kevin Kelly grabbing a goal in the second minute. Jack Barmby made sure of it in the 90th minute. Good result, good win. I was thinking, you know what, we could pull away here at the top of the table. You know, we're in some fine form. And then we met Oldham. And Oldham, of course, an old foe of ours. They are a team who, they've caused us some problems over the years. We met them last year and we beat them twice, I think, actually, in the league. They finished second in League 2. We finished third, of course. As you can see here, Colton Morris scores in the 88th minute. I'm sat cursing my luck. We get a penalty in the 91st minute. Sambu's come on off the bench. He's our penalty taker when he's on off the bench. He's a good penalty taker. Misses it. Glenn Kamara gets sent off for that foul. We then, in the last minute, hit the post after the penalty miss. Yeah, it was one of those days. 4 clear-cut chances, didn't take all of them, or any of them at all. Oldham, on the other hand, 5 half chances for them, to be fair. They had opportunities in the game, but we squandered so many opportunities in this game. A day to forget for Kevin Kelly. James Maddison also going off in this game. And then in our most recent game, another 1-0 defeat, the second in a row, this time against Crewe. As you can see, Maddison picked up an injury, twisted his ankle, is going to miss the end of season, which is a bit of a pain, really, out for 5 to 6 weeks. Worth noting, the first game of today's episode is against Bury. We have then got about a week and a half kind of break until the Wickham game. Obviously, I'm not going to go rambling away during that. We'll just come straight back for the Wickham game. But obviously, there is a little bit of time there for player recovery, which is worth considering. But yeah, 1-0 defeat against Crewe. Difficult result to take. Rob Elliott was playing through an injury. To be fair, played fairly well in goal. We only conceded the one. It was unfortunate right before half-time. And yeah, well, with those results, if we just look at the League 1 table here, you can kind of work out how things lie. Ourselves and Birmingham looking like one of us is going to win the league. As you can see, we're on 73 points. They trail us on 72. In behind them, Charlton actually on 69 points. Their form of late hasn't been great. They've not won in their last 4 games. They drew against Millwall, lost against Leyton Orient, and drew against Cambridge, following on from our win against them. So they've started to slip up a little bit. Today we are going to be taking on Bury in 7th. As you can see, they are 8 points behind us. They're going to be desperate, obviously, to get a win to get into the playoffs. So this is a big game for them, a big game for us. Of course, I think it was in episode 50 we played Bury. They weren't actually that high in the league at that point, and we did beat them on that occasion. So I'm hoping that we can obviously replicate that result again. Although today it is going to be away from home. You can see last time we met, it was a 2-0 win. Anyway, in terms of team news, there is a little bit. It's been 2 days since the last match of player condition. A little bit of a concern, perhaps. You can see here, Jack Barmby currently out injured with a back strain. Unfortunately for him, 3 to 4 weeks out. Does mean that McLaughlin comes into the side out on the left wing. We have got, you know, options elsewhere. I think I'm going to bring Mikatir back into the side. Of course, he did have an injury for a little while. Going to bring him in for Mayo Waters, and then we'll put him on the bench. Like so, but I think this is the team we're going to go with. You can see condition isn't great, particularly with Kevin Kelly playing up top for us today. The only real sub-striker option I've got is Sambu, obviously Jack Barmby and James Maddison, other striking options. I guess the player who it's tempting to put on the bench is Kyle Fisk, of course, a New Zealand international, definitely not really ready for this level of football, but he's 18. 17 finishing, maybe he's the man to get a goal. Part of me wants to get him on the bench. I'm not sure who we'd drop from. I guess it would be David Short. You'll notice that Rumsby and Lennon are going to be on the bench for each other. In centre-back with each other. I'm actually thinking I might take out Rumsby. Firstly, due to his lack of kind of fitness, but also because he hasn't been great in his last 5 games. You can see, looking at the last 5 games of form, a few players, they've gone a little bit missing. And, well, I think Rumsby's a prime example of that. So yeah, this is the team we're going to go with for today's game and the opening game of today's episode. If we just look at it real quick, it's not a bad formation. Obviously, Elliott in goal. On 79% condition, not so concerned about a goalkeeper having low condition. He is coming back, as I mentioned. He played through an injury last game. It wasn't a major injury, just a bruised head. So he should be okay, I think, today. At left back, we go with Chris Owen. Centre backs, we go Lennon and Packwood. At right back, O'Neill kind of regains his spot on the side, of course. Been out for a very, very long time. Good to see him back, though, in the first team today. In the centre of midfield, we're going to go with McGeehan and Hesketh. Boyd is going to play as our centre attacking midfielder. Of course, Madison out injured. Another big performance needed from the Scot. If he can give it, that would be absolutely fantastic. Out on the right, we're going to go with Martin Mkhitaryan. And out on the left, Jack Barmby's out injured. McLaughlin comes into the side. A player who, he's not been great in recent games, but he has got 5 goals this season. So a player who can turn up big for us. Hopefully he can give a good kind of performance that we're going to need him to give today. If we're being completely honest. Kelly up front as well, not doing too badly. 2 goals in his last 5 games. Condition perhaps a little bit of a concern for him, but we have got some options on the bench. So anyway, let's get into today's game against Bury. We are the team away from home. It's going to be a tricky game for us. Elliott's condition perhaps worth monitoring. I am now wondering, should I have put Griffiths on the bench just in case? Maybe I should have. I guess we'll live to regret that if that happens. You can see, looking at the other matches going on, the big one really, Charlton v Colchester. Colchester up in 9th. They're going to be looking to win, obviously, to try and mount a late playoff push. Charlton not winning their last 4. So if they slip up and we win here, we would actually guarantee ourselves promotion to the Championship. So that's got to be the aim. You can see Chris Owen set to make his 150th appearance for the club. That's obviously fantastic stuff for us. Hopefully, obviously, he can give a good performance to mark the occasion. 23 years old, been at the club for quite some time. I think he is the club's kind of record league appearance maker as well, which is nice. Anyway, looking at the Bury side, it's not a bad team at all. They've got a few players I recognise. The likes of Ismail, good little winger. Only 28 years old, to still a good player. I remember when he was at Wolverhampton Wanderers, he was bigged up quite a lot there. I don't really know that much about how well he's done more recently. They've also got Page at centre mid, who looks like a very, very good player on loan from Aston Villa. Doesn't necessarily look like a centre midfielder, this guy. I think I actually looked to loan him at one point. They've also got O'Sullivan, not the most offensive of midfields. Maybe we can take advantage of that. But anyway, let's just get into today's game. I do want to make sure we give some opposition instructions to the team as a whole. I feel like we've broken this a little bit. There we go. Right. Let's get into the games. It's a big game for us, obviously. First game of this end of season live com. Hoping we can give a big performance. As I mentioned earlier, last time we met Bury, we beat them 2-0. So hopefully we can replicate that again today. We'll keep the latest scores up, of course. Really the Charlton one up here at the top, the one to keep an eye on. Perhaps also the Birmingham worth noting. I'll get the league table up as well, just so you can follow kind of the general goings on there. But yeah, it's going to be a tight end to the year, this. It's not going to be comfortable. It could be comfortable, but it is relying on a few results to go our way that I don't necessarily have high expectations, I guess, of going our way. Anyway, let's just collapse. We don't need to see that much of the table. We just need to be able to see what's going on at the top. Southend currently, I assume, winning. Charlton actually a goal down against Colchester. Fantastic result as far as we're concerned here. Of course, Bury, tough opposition, but they have been lacking form of late. I'm hoping we can capitalise on that. But looking at this game early on, not a classic. 30 minutes gone. We're yet to have a shot on target. 2 half chances going our way, but really it's been a nothing affair so far. Not the lively match that maybe people were expecting going into this, the first game of kind of our end of season crunch. Southend, how are they getting on here? Let's take a look. Are they winning? They are winning. They're beating Coventry, so they would move within 3 points of us, but they do have worse goal difference by a notable margin, I guess, at the moment, if things were to end as they are right now. But anyway, 0-0, it looks like it's going to be at the break. I'm going to have to get a little bit shouty at the players. Not the greatest of games. I am curious to know how the Bury fitness is looking, because obviously our fitness isn't great. I kind of want to know how their fitness is doing. Let's have a look at opposition tactics. We can't see it there. Where's the spot where you can see the opposition tactics? There's the panel for it. We'll just look at the panel and... Oh, here we go. So looking at the fitness... Their centre mids, Page and O'Sullivan, they're struggling. That could work in our benefit. They're both dipping into the 60s. Most of our players, high to kind of mid-70s. A few players in the 80s as well, which is good to see. Mkhitaryan obviously out on the wing, doing pretty good when it comes to his fitness. So That's good. Looks like Southend have slipped up again. They've now... What's the score in their game? They're now drawing against Coventry, who have drawn it even. So that margin at the top of the table could be extended to 5 points if results stay as they are. Of course, a win for us here, we now know, well, given how things are going at the moment, would be enough to kind of get promotion just after this first game, which would be the ideal, I guess, way to do this episode. The last 2 years, the end of season live comms, they've been quite stressful experiences, I think it would be fair to say. So if we could avoid that today, that'd be nice. But so far in this match, 60 minutes gone, we've not had a highlight. It's not been a classic, has it, here against Bury? They've had 2 shots on target, we've had 1. I have got options, I guess, to change the game on off the bench. McAteer's not had the greatest game. Boyd struggling a little bit with fitness and hasn't played great. I'm going to bring on Kyle Fisk. I'm going to give the youngster the nod, the young New Zealander. Is this his debut? I want to check that now, because if it is, I mean, what a time to come on off the bench. I don't recall him playing in the first team before. He might have come on as a sub actually once before, but, well, it's his live com debut, if nothing else, for Fisk here. Yeah, this is going to be his first ever kind of appearance in a live com. If we look at him as an attacking centre midfielder, not great, but he's got good finishing and he's got some good pace about him, and I think that could work quite nicely, particularly with Bury's tiring kind of team. But anyway, they're on the attack here. Ball to the edge of the area. McLaughlin gets it clear eventually. I was worried he wasn't actually going to clear that, and then De Silva up to Hesketh, headed away. Bury looking to bring the ball forward here. De Silva inside to O'Sullivan, now with Page. Mentioned Page was tiring before. McGeehan, don't get sent off. Don't get sent off. I mean, he's on a booking. Let's get McGeehan off the pitch. I always feel a little bit paranoid when the centre mid on defend duty in this system is on a booking and like is going in for tackles. I just feel inherently uncomfortable. And we've got Rojas on the bench as an option, but we do need to defend it. Patrick through. Elliott, he doesn't stop it. Bury go a goal up. Birmingham leapfrog us. We still actually have a little bit of a cushion onto the teams behind us because of how results are going. But last year, the end of season live com, some of you may remember it, we won 1 of 3 games and we got promoted based on the fact that other teams slipped up. I don't want that to happen again this year, but it may well come to that. We've used 2 subs. How do I want to change things? That's the question. I think I'm going to stick Fisk on attack. Do I want to play like some weird 2-striker formation? Do I really want to change the system this radically kind of in the end of season episode? I kind of do. Part of me thinks this is a great idea to just be a bit more, I guess, different, I guess, with our system in terms of looking to maybe make something happen. Let's do this. Let's look for the overlap as well. Right. It's a 4-2-4-2 or 4-2-4-2. That would be 13 players on the pitch, Jack. It's a 4-2-4. We're going for it. We're going to see if we can make something happen. I actually had a system like this at Wolverhampton Wanderers some years ago that served me well. Is it going to serve us well today? Well, we've ridden our luck there because the ball has hit the crossbar. But Fisk, the sub, the New Zealander, can he make something happen? I feel like this is just the pointless end of a highlight, but maybe he can make something happen. He crosses it in. McGee holds on to it for a second, I believe. Looking at the results, Southend, they're doing well again. They move within 2 points of us, so a little bit nervy there. We haven't lost a live com yet this season. It could happen here against Bury. There is not long left in this game. I do have 1 sub left. Where do I want to make it? Jake Hesketh's had a really, really poor game. Disappointingly poor as well. As has McLaughlin out on the left wing. I'm going to bring in Harry Anderson, cutting in on his right foot on that left wing. Can Harry Anderson, a long-term servant at the club, he made an impact off the bench a few episodes ago, if I remember correctly. I need him to give another impact off the bench today if he can. Time, though, ticking away in this game. Let's move Owens and O'Neill into attacking fullback positions. They've got to try and go for it now, haven't they? We'll move Rojas into a ball-winning midfielder, and we're going to go with this. What is this at this point? I mean, it's called Desperation. That's the name of this system. It's a 2-3-3-2 traditional formation. 5 minutes left in this game. We've got to try and make something happen. But time is just, unfortunately for us, ticking away here. Looks like Bury are going to win this game unless there's a late kind of sting in the tail. 2 minutes left in this game. Owens puts in a tackle. Don't get sent off whatever you do because we might need you for the remaining games. Fisk, can he win it? He can't in the air. He's not great in the air. Now they're coming forward again, Bury. This could be bad. Patrick, he shoots, he scores. Elliott should have done better. Southend are going to move, you think now, within 2 points of us. Elsewhere, Charlton losing 2-0. Southend, what's their score? They're winning 2-1 at the moment. Birmingham winning as well. It's not great, is it? Bury also charging up on us, but with 2 games left, it's not looking fantastic. I mean, the benefit, I guess, is that our next 2 games, I believe, against Wickham and Tranmere, so at least they get easier. But, well, away from home here against Bury, we're on a run of 3 defeats in a row. I'm a little bit worried, if I'm being honest, and, well, hopefully our players can get back to full fitness. Hopefully, you know, a few players can come back from injury. Maybe the absence of James Maddison is costing us here. But, yeah, we need to up our game in the remainder of these matches, because that wasn't good enough against Bury. In terms of the next match, if we just look here, we lose our top spot, which is a concern. Owens wants a contract extension. Do you now? Well, maybe later. Not in the middle of a title push, I'm afraid, Chris. Next game we've got is against Wickham in 21st. If we don't win that, we don't deserve to go up, plain and simple. That game is going to be on the 30th of April, so in about a week and a half, as I already mentioned. So we're going to jump forward to that. Hopefully we can get a good result. Hopefully we can wrap things up before the Tranmere game. Otherwise, it's going to probably be another stressful end-of-season live-com with it all going down to the wire. Anyway, future Jack, take it away. Let's get a win against Wickham, and hopefully, we can wrap up the title, or promotion rather, sooner rather than later. Okay guys, so we are back. Second game of today's end of season live-com, taking on Wickham today. Just a little bit of team news. Another injury. Martin McAteer out injured. He's got an abdominal strain. I can't English. He did it actually lifting weights at training, which is how I think he got his previous injury, which was a chest injury. So if he could stop lifting, that would be great. It does mean actually now though that Jack Barmby, Maddison and McAteer all out injured. Probably our 3 first choice kind of midfield across the front 3. It does mean that McLaughlin holds down a position on the left wing. Boyd is going to play down the middle for us. And on the right, we're going to have to go with Mayor Waters. Not exactly ideal to lose kind of your 3 main creative outlets in your midfield. But we're going to try and make it work. Hesketh and McGeehan going to play in the 2 centre mid roles. And then across the back 4, we're going with Owens, Lennon, Packwood and O'Neill. Elliott in goal, back to full fitness. Obviously a big rest between this and our next game. Between our last and this game against Wickham. Kelly obviously up front. I need him to start scoring goals. We need him to start chipping in. This is a massive, massive game for us. Our last game of the season is against Tranmere. They're going strong in 8th. They're a newly promoted side, of course. The last thing I want is to be going into that game against Tranmere absolutely needing a win. Of course, a defeat here could see us move out of the automatic promotion spots. And, well, we've been in the automatic promotion spots for so long now. It'd be so cruel to lose out on it right at the death. But we need to step up our game. We've lost our last 3 games in a row. I'm going to let the players know that. Hopefully, this is where we turn around our fortunes, because it's really, really, just simply put, not been good enough this year, has it? As a whole, the performances have been lacking. We've been lacking as a team. We need to step it up. I need Kelly to start scoring some goals. And we just need to, hit the ground running in this game. I want us to get an early goal and then just settle into this if we can. That would be kind of, I guess, the ideal situation here. But anyway, 10 minutes gone. Looking at the stats, Wickham actually created a few opportunities, which is not what I want to see. Worth noting, Birmingham currently winning against Blackburn. The other games that we've got to keep an eye on here, Tranmere winning. Bury are playing Millwall, so that's quite kind of a clash of 2 fairly big sides. And Southend, I'm trying to find where Southend are. They are playing today. I just can't see them. They're playing right at the bottom. They're taking on Walsall, who recently actually changed their manager. I had an offer of a job interview for Walsall. It's the only job interview I've had, or the offer of an interview I've had in recent kind of years, really. I declined it. I wasn't very interested. But anyway, looking at the stats here, it's close. First highlight of the game coming in the 25th minute. Big ball forward. We deal with it well, and Hesketh actually follows it up nicely. Mayor Waters now to Hesketh. Obviously, I'm looking for the likes of Mayor Waters, Boyd and McLaughlin to have really big performances. Not our normal starters in the attacking midfield positions. We need them to step up today, and while we are in a situation here where they are coming on the attack thick and fast. Nice build-up play. Zahor probably should finish it. Owens, what a tackle that could prove to be. Ball still, though, in a dangerous area here. Randall out wide on the right. Whips in. Harry Lennon this time deals with it. It's still not dealt with, though. Ball in. And they've scored again. Cornick scores. And as things stand, Southend, they're not winning yet, but they are, within 1 point of us. Tranmere also up to 4th, the team we have to play on the last day of the season. Squeaky bum time might be commencing. We've suffered from injuries. We can't use that as an excuse. I needed our players we brought in to really step up to the occasion. Unfortunately, Simply put, they've not done that, and well, Cornick getting the goal there. First kind of real chance of the game. It's fallen Wickham's way. They've scored it. Fair play to them. They're down in 20-something, though. We need to step up in this game. We need to grab this kind of game by the horns. We need to step up our performance. This has not been good enough so far. This is the kind of game we should be bossing. We should be bullying this Wickham side. And right now it's not working for us. I'm going to tell our players to switch to an even narrower system, and we're going to play to exploit the middle. I want our wingers to tuck in a little bit when we do have possession. But, well, we have a set piece to deal with here, and Cornick scores again. What is happening? What is happening? Southend are losing. That's a silver lining. Charlton, I think, are winning. Yeah, they are. They're beating AFC Wimbledon. I mean, what is happening? What happens to us in these end-of-season episodes? We seem to just collapse. We've been on such a good run of form. Obviously, yes, we're missing a few key players, but you want your attacking midfielders to step up to the plate. Kelly's playing awfully. McLaughlin's playing awfully. Mayor Waters is playing awfully. I mean, Stephen Boyd, the silver lining to all of this at the moment, but we find ourselves 2 goals down and potentially going into the end of season kind of last game, knowing that we absolutely have to win. I mean, look at the teams trailing us now. We're on 73 points. There's going to be up to 5 teams battling out for 1 spot if things remain as they are. We need to fight back. This second half needs a good start for us. We're on the attack. Unfortunately, it's dealt with, and well, Packwood gets it back into the mix, so Kelly can't do anything with it there. We had 2 half chances. They've had no half chances and no clear-cut chances, but they've taken the kind of opportunities that have fallen their way, which I really can't fault them for. I'm going to have to change something here. And I think what we're going to change is we're just going to move our entire midfield to be a little bit more attacking. I'm also going to bring on Harry Anderson. I'm going to take off McLaughlin. He's been awful again today. He's just not been good in the last 2 games for us. Out on the left wing, we are missing Jack Barmby big time, and unfortunately I don't think any of our 3 players currently out have much of a chance of being back fit for the last game of the season against Tranmere. I guess we're fortunate in the sense that Southend, I mean, they're drawing now, so we're not actually that fortunate at all, but Southend are at least screwing up a little bit. But well, we need to crack on here. Boyd, can we get 1 goal? That might galvanise us a little bit. We give away the ball. It's a penalty, actually. Stephen Love, the last penalty we had, we missed. It was against Oldham. Sam Boo took it that time. 17 is going to be taking it for us today. I assume that this is going to be... Actually, who is this going to be? I'm not sure. Should we find out? It's going to be Kelly. I was going to say, I think it'll be Kelly as our striker. Number 17, he steps up. He misses the penalty. What is happening? We've missed so many penalties this year in so many key games, and Kelly's missed one, Sam Boo's missed one, Madison missed one a little while ago. We cannot score, and it's costing us, and well, we're being let off the hook at the moment because Southend, who have a chance to move up to second with us losing this game, they're within touching distance. Kelly's on a 5.8. I should probably be taking him off. I'm going to stick with him at least for the next 2 minutes whilst we have an opportunity here. McGeehan out to O'Neill, the right back. Can he put it into the mixer? Goes inside to Hesketh. To Boyd now. We're only 2 goals behind. A goal for us here gives us a fighting chance. Chris Owens inside to Boyd. Hesketh. Nice build-up play here. McGeehan. We need to cut them open though. We need 1 pass to come through. Boyd to Anderson. Narrow angle. Whips it in. Mayor Waters back post. Okay, comeback might still be on. Might still be on. I'm going to tell the players, I'm just going to encourage them actually, we need to keep going in this game. It's 2-1 now. A draw for us could still be an important result in the grand scheme of things. If Southend win and we draw, we would be ahead of them still on goal difference. So we kind of have to keep fighting in this game. Charlton still 1 goal up. Southend still drawing 1-1. 18 minutes left in this game. We've been the better team in the second half. We've not created a whole host of opportunities. Kevin Kelly, get off the pitch. I have the option to bring on Fisk or Hillman. Hillman actually a player we've got on loan from Cardiff. He's not made an appearance for us yet. He's going to be making an appearance for us now. A big game for him. I'm also going to take off McGee and I'm going to bring in James Murphy as a kind of centre mid option as well. We've got 15 minutes left in this game. We've got to keep pushing. We've got to keep trying in this game. There's still hope for us here that we can, rescue a point from this game. We've now the margin down to just 1 goal. Tranmere beating Fleetwood 2-1 is a good result for them. That sees them get back amongst the kind of potential, I guess, hopefuls. Elsewhere, what's happening? Southend not slipping up. Time ticking away here. I mean, 6 minutes left in this game? I'm going to switch our fullbacks to the attack duty. Jake Hesketh, get on as an advance forward on attack. I might just even move Boyd forward here. We might just have to go for something like this. We're getting a bit desperate now, aren't we? It's kind of a final roll of the dice, I think it's fair to say. I kind of want to switch to a similar system to what we played previously, but I won't. I'm going to resist the urge. We're going to go with this, I think. I'm going to move Anderson to an inside forward. I mean, we've got to commit men forward now, haven't we? That's kind of the fundamental thing here. We've got to up the tempo. Shoot on sight might even be a good instruction to have on at this point. I don't want us to be more disciplined, though. Right, let's see what we can do here. What, 5 minutes left of the game? We need a goal. We need a goal, simply put. A late goal for Southend would see them leapfrog us. And Walsall have scored. Walsall have scored, although they're now on the attack. Randall hits in. It's a hat-trick for Cornick. I mean, fair play. You've got a hat-trick. The silver lining here being that Southend have conceded in the 88th minute and Charlton are still drawing. AFC Wimbledon drawing them level, although Dickey has just been sent off for them. I guess I'm getting a weird sense of deja vu here because all the teams around us are screwing up. As things stand, Birmingham are going to win the title today. Fair play to them. They have come back strong this season. I'm just kind of looking at the results here. Southend look like they are going to lose unless there's a very, very, very late goal. Charlton still 1-1 as well. Colchester and Southend have equalised. They go 1 point behind us as things stand. I mean, a draw is still okay. Charlton still drawing as well. It's full time here. We're still second in the league somehow. But it's going to be a fight on the last day of the season. We are going to need to beat Tranmere. And they are going to... Well, actually, Tranmere, they have slipped up because they could have had a chance to leapfrog us. Cornick, I mean, he gets a hat-trick. Not bad for the right midfielder. But massive, massive questions got to be asked of us. We are struggling without our first-choice attacking midfielders. And I mean, I can shrug my shoulders and go, we're unlucky to have our three attacking midfielders out injured. But we've lost so many games in a row and we can't lose to the likes of Wickham. We have at least secured a playoff spot. I mean, that's a silver lining, right? But yeah, really, really not happy with that performance. It was not good enough. At least we scored in this game because in the previous 3 games we haven't scored. But at the same time, it's a little consolation. That penalty miss we could regret. Jack Barmby back in 3 to 11 games. 3 to 11 days. Might be back. No hope for Maddison or McAteer to be back, unfortunately, however. But Jack Barmby, if you can get fit in 2 days and get a bit of condition, son, you may well be on the pitch for the next game starting things because it's fair to say we've been lacking so far. Anyway, the next game's in a week. It is going to be against Tranmere, a team who were promoted with us last year. We're playing them away from home. They're going to be hunting for a playoff spot. Still plenty to play for. Stick around. And yeah, we'll get straight into that game right now. Whew. Okay, well, it comes down to this. I don't know if I'm nervous or excited about this game. It's the last game of the season. It goes down to the wire again. We're 1 point clear of Southend. We're 2 points clear of Colchester. We're 3 points clear of Charlton, but they have a game in hand. Tranmere, who we have today, they're going to be desperate to get a result that would see them move potentially up into the playoffs. And we've not won in 4 or 5 games now. I don't know what's gone wrong. We're not scoring. We've had injury worries. Jack Barmby, the only one of the 3 players who's been injured, who's even on the bench today, he's going to be able to play 45 minutes, according to my medical staff. He is going to be waiting in the wings to come on off the bench. I feel like Hesketh and Mayor Walters can maybe do a good job for us. But at the same time, I'm a little bit apprehensive going into this game. Our form has been shoddy. I don't want to be in the situation we were in last year where we got annihilated by Doncaster and we were relying on results to go our way. We've been in the top 2 for so long now that to lose it now would just be soul-crushing. We are away from home against Tranmere. This is the system we're going to go with, and this is the team we're going to go with. It's going to be Elliott in goal, Owens, Lennon, Short. Yes, I'm making a bold move here. I'm moving David Short in at centre-back. Alongside him to his right, we're then going to play Packwood in the right-back position. O'Neill, since he's come back from his long-term injury, he's just not been very good, the right-back, so he's out of the team altogether today. We're going to go with McGeehan and Boyd at centre-mid. I'm hoping that Boyd can give a good performance. He's been very good in a more attacking midfielder position. You can see he's starting to pick up that centre-mid kind of position even better. He could be a good deep-line playmaker for us, if not this year, next year, but if he can give a performance today, that would be great. Hesketh is going to now play as our attacking midfielder. Is he suited to this role? He's fairly well suited. His finishing and long shots perhaps let him down a little bit. To his right, we're going to go with Mayor Waters. To his left, we'll go with McLaughlin, although I intend to take him off for Barmby towards the end. And I'm looking at you, Kevin Kelly. 1 goal in your last 5 games. You've not been great. I need you to kind of step up to the plate. I have faith in you. I'm going to go through all the players who haven't played well and just do the team talks. McLaughlin, you've not played well. Let me interact. One player. Criticise recent form. What do I want to say? I've got faith in you. I'm just going to tell them all I've got faith in them. I mean, they might get a little bit suspicious when they all talk to each other and realise I've given them all the exact same talk. But I'm trying to do everything that we can to kind of, I guess, bump up our players and get them G'd up for this game. I have done a team meeting. I've told them that despite their kind of poor form, that they don't let their heads drop. They reacted well to that. You can see that our morale as a whole isn't too bad. I'm also going to criticise Boyd as well. Your form's not been very good, has it, Boyd? I've got faith in you, though. I've got faith in you. He appreciates it. All these players, they appreciate it. Show me it on the pitch, please, because so far you've not been very good. I could go through all the players. I'm not going to bother doing that. Let's get into this game. We're away from home against Tranmere. David Short lacking some match fitness. Rumsby's on the bench if we do need to make a change there. I'm confident. The lads have been superb all season. We need a win. We're the favourites to win this game. They're playing a 4-4-2, which I actually think our system works best against. So that's something good. I'm going to tell the players that we've got to up our game today, especially in a game of this magnitude. They appreciate that. A good reaction. A great team talk, actually. Kevin Kelly in goal. Get us some goals, please. Obviously, we're without Madison. Jack Barmby's only on the bench. Mikatir, who's had a great impact since he joined us in January, also out injured. It's a bit of a perfect storm, really, hasn't it? It's been a perfect storm in terms of the injuries. We are, of course, second in the league. A win here, we don't worry. You know, a win, it's fine. Look at the stats. They are having a little bit more possession early on. I don't want to get too carried away. There's only 5 minutes gone. But yeah, we've been in a slump, and we need to get out of it today if we can. Looking at the games, Charlton are going to be playing Newport County, who got promoted with us last year. Southend taking on Birmingham. Both games you'd expect them to win. Charlton also playing. They are playing, we've already talked about Charlton, but Colchester currently actually losing 2-1 to Oldham. So as things stand, we're second in the league, which is, I guess, good. Charlton are still drawing. Burton are actually beating Southend. This cannot happen like it did last year with everyone around us just losing at the same time, can it? I mean, I hope it doesn't. I want us to win. I want us to earn this outright. I was about to make a tactical change, and there's a highlight started, so we're going to wait for the highlight, and I'm worried now that we're about to concede, because I was looking at the stats, seeing us not doing so well, and I was going to mix things up. Moncur, big ball forward. Short deals with it nicely. Owens gets it clear too. But only as far as Moncur again. Frank's now out on this left-hand side. Whips it in. Mulhern near post gets the header. Oh no, please. Not like this. Not like this. Can't happen, can it? I'm going to just change things up. I'm going to move McLaughlin and Mayor Walters back into right mid and left mid each. And then I'm going to stick Hesketh on the attack duty as an advanced playmaker, I think. I feel like we need to just mix things up a little bit here. But, yeah, it's not been great, has it, so far in this game? In terms of how I want to play, let's not sit deeper. Let's not invite pressure onto ourselves if we can avoid it. I do want to stay on the front foot, but I do want us to be a little bit more defensive. Away from home, we need to just be a little more stern, perhaps, in the defence. Looking at it, we're losing. We are still second at the moment. A draw for Southend, not enough in this game, of course. They need to win because of goal difference. Tranmere, on the other hand, obviously, they can't overtake us, but they'll be looking to do well as we throw it straight to them. Elliott, fantastic save by the keeper. But we're inviting pressure on ourselves here, and we've got to deal with this now. Okay, so Southend are losing. Tranmere obviously beating us. Charlton are drawing. Tranmere now with a corner as well. Oh my God, I hate end of seasons when they're like this. I can't deal with this every single year. We get it clear. Can we counter maybe Boyd? I mean, it's a good breakaway opportunity here. He's carrying the ball well, Boyd. Beats his man. Gets dispossessed in the end by Forsyth, who gets it clear. A win for Charlton would see them obviously go on to the same amount of points as us, but they'd be ahead of us on goal difference for people wondering. Hesketh whips it in. Near post. Boyd hits the woodwork. Oh my gosh. What an opportunity that was. And I've just seen that Southend have gone even in their game. They're drawing now. Oh my gosh. My life. We've hit the woodwork. Such a great opportunity and we've squandered it. Tranmere have been better. I mean, it's just been poor again by the entire team. The attacking midfield just non-existent, really. It leaves me worried. Southend, they are losing again. Townsend has scored for Burton. That's a good result as far as we're concerned. Charlton, I need them to go a goal down. I can't sit looking and hoping that they can keep that draw going. Tranmere, throw forward here to Franks. Hegarty. Big ball forward to Mulhern. Wins it. Kelly, we've got to defend this. We've got to defend it short. Lovely tackle by him. Big ball forward. There's just no one there. He gets it again, away again. I feel like Kelly's just getting a little bit isolated at the moment. I think I'm going to have to move the wingers back forward. We'll let this highlight play out. Boyd, inside to McLaughlin. Goes to Kelly. Not a lot of options here. Might have to just pull the trigger. He does. It goes wide. Jack Barmby is going to be coming on at half-time. I've already made that conscious decision in my mind that is something that is going to have to happen here. Because it's been really, really poor so far. Looking at it here, Notts County actually coming into contention. They're beating Birmingham, who are top of the league. I can tell the players I expect a lot more. I mean, it's just poor, isn't it? If we lose every game this episode, it's just so poor. There's not an alternative word for it in the English kind of language, I feel like. Right. I mean, Notts County can't leapfrog us. Really, it's Southend and Charlton who I'm worried about. And hoping that we can obviously see them slip up. Charlton still drawing. Southend are still losing 2-1. It's just a bit nervy, this, isn't it? Kind of constantly checking the scorelines, hoping to not see a team jump above us. But anyway, we've got Jack Barmby on now on the left wing. Maybe he can be the player to galvanise us. As the ball falls forward, Matt Waters, he's got to score that. It's a clear-cut chance. And we've wasted it. We've wasted it. Kevin Kelly's just having such a poor game. I don't have an alternate striking option. My alternate option is Hillman here. I mean, do I just throw on the youngster? On loan from Cardiff. I mean, he has some pace about him. He's not great in the air. We'll bring him on. And then going to have to change the instruction to whip crosses. Because we've... low crosses. Because we've not got anyone with real aerial prowess in the box. But, I mean, maybe it can work for us. Maybe the youngster can just give a performance to go down in Hereford folklore. This is the kind of game where I need Ote. Why did I release him? Why did I do it? Either way, Williams on the attack here for Tranmere. They're bringing it forward. Charlton still drawing. Southend still losing, I think. Mulhern in. It's 2-0 Tranmere. It's 2-0 Tranmere. And I'm just sat now hoping the results go our way. We've been awful. I can't help but feel like the injury to Jack Maddison is just a game changer as far as our team's concerned. McAteer also being out is bad. Obviously, Jack Barmby only being able to play one half of football is less than ideal. I mean, Southend have got to turn around a 2-goal deficit. Really, we're looking at Charlton here. Although our goal difference could take a bit of a pounding, I guess, that Southend could take advantage of. Although we would have to lose by a very hefty margin. Charlton still 0-0 against Newport County. I mean, we've got to go on the attack in this game, haven't we? But I don't know how much more attacking I can go. I just don't have the options. I'm going to take off McGeehan. I'm going to play an advanced playmaker on attack in Murphy. I'm then going to change Boyd to a centre mid on support. We're going to push Owens and Packwood, I think, forward here into more aggressive positions. I guess Packwood can't play there, so we'll play him as a wide kind of full back on attack. I'm going to play Owens on attack. I'm also going to change Jack Barmby to an inside forward. We've got to mix things up a little bit, haven't we? Let's try something asymmetric. Let's try something different and see if it can work for us. I guess a sign of desperation here, really, as we make our last change of the game. With, half an hour left chasing this match. A draw doesn't really help us as far as we're concerned. I'm just looking at other results to our way. Hesketh whips it in. Short wins it. I mean, it's a goal. I don't think it's been disallowed. It has been disallowed. A foul's been given. I mean, it's just heartbreaking, isn't it? There's like a momentary second where I think Short's got us into it. Maybe the stroke of genius to play the youngster who's good in the air at centre-back is going to pay off for us. And now they're probably going to go up the other end and score. Lennon, Kelly, Elliott with the save. I'm just looking in the top left. This is painful. I'm ageing here and not at a normal rate. I can feel days dripping off my life as I go through this stress of this promotion. Kinsella, let's tackle him if we can. Moncur, Mulhern, it's still not clear. Kelly, he missed a chance just a second ago. He scored now. I'm just looking at the Charlton game. Can we get a helicopter to the Charlton match or get me a Sky feed so I can watch Sky Sports of the Charlton game and what's going on there? I think Southend have equalised as well. In fact, no, they haven't. They're 3-1 down now. It all comes down to, can Charlton beat Newport County? Can the Newport County team that won League 2 last year, do their League Two brethren a favour. I mean, they're winning. They're winning. Oh my gosh. Newport County are winning 1-0 with 20 minutes left. What is this madness? Burton are winning 4-1. Newport, just hold on. Just hold on, Newport. How are Colchester? Colchester can't leapfrog us, can they? They're losing 3-1. We've been awful. We've been absolutely awful. I can't put into words how bad we've been in this end of season run. Yes, we've not had Maddison, but we've not been able to score. We've scored 1 goal in our last 5 games. Owens has now been sent off. He's lost his head. He didn't get that contract after that last game. There's a reason he didn't get it. It's because he's reckless. He's off. I'm just shaking my head. 10 minutes left in this game. The thing is, I know Charlton came back from 2-0 down to beat Birmingham 3-2 a little while ago. So, as much as I'm really happy, obviously, about the fact that we're doing as well as we are, part of me kind of has to remember that that game happened. That result was a thing. The score here, it doesn't really matter at this point. We're 3-0 down. We're just looking at Newport County to hold on. Ball whipped in. Cleared away. Can we deal with the second ball as well? Arthur with it out wide. Crosses in. Murphy intercepts nicely. I mean, Newport, just hold on. Just hold on, Newport County. Do us a favour. In a league where anyone can beat anyone, I think this end of season kind of live com has proven that we seem to not be able to beat anyone at the moment. I mean, we're fortunate in the sense that we've beaten the teams that we beat earlier on in the year, which has put us in this situation here, I guess. I mean, it's probably the least deserved promotion ever off an end of season run of form. We've been absolutely awful. I couldn't have done worse if I tried. We lost every single match, and yet somehow we're going to get promoted. And I mean, it's a blessing because I feel like having Maddison kind of injured for a playoff run, along with Mikatir as well, would just be nightmarish. We've lost 3-0. We've been humbled once more. But we get promoted somehow. And I mean, I'm just going to take that, I guess. Apparently, Tranmere struck lucky. Curtin comes down on the year. We lost 3-0. Apparently, that was the key match. Tranmere ended up finishing 4th. Fair play to them. Charlton finishing 7th. 7th. They miss out on the playoffs, along with Blackburn, along with Bury, along with Millwall. The teams who were up with us for so long in the season and alongside ourselves at Birmingham, they've all fallen at their knees, and the likes of Southend, Tranmere, Colchester and Notts County have gone through somehow. Board set the initial budgets. We have some decent wage budget to spend. I mean, it's a great promotion. I feel like there's a little bit of perhaps the polish taken off it by the nature of the way we've got promoted. We've been so bad. So bad. Like, it's not even funny how bad we've been. We've lost 5 games in a row. We were found out at the end of the year. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm lost for words. It's the last game of the season drama again that we've scraped by somehow, and it doesn't feel deserved in a way, but I mean, I said it before. I said it at the start of the year, didn't I? Or a few episodes into the year. It felt like this year was 1 step forward, 1 step back. I feel like that's a good way to describe this end of season run. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't move from 73 points in the last 3 games. Unfortunately for us, or fortunately for us rather, the teams around us couldn't capitalise on that, and we've got that automatic promotion spot. Birmingham win the league, fair play to them. We get a promotion that was not expected at all. Next episode will be an end of season review. Hopefully I will see you guys for that one. As always, if you did enjoy today's episode, please do leave a like. I don't know how we've got promoted there, because that was awful. I can't think of a worse set of results to get in a live com. I guess the thing that got us through this was really the fact that we did as well as we did earlier on in the year. You know, when we beat the likes of Blackburn over 2 games, when we were beating teams like Bury 2-0. They are the games that have kind of helped us get here, I guess, and it didn't really matter what we did in the end because we'd already done enough, although we just didn't know it at the time. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this end of season live com from me. I will see you guys, as I said already, next time for the end of season review. If you have enjoyed, please do leave a like. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.